My studio mirror kinda sucks, and now it's broken, so let's make a new one. It's probably no secret at this point that I'm a huge fantasy and sci-fi nerd, and if I'm gonna make a mirror that lives in my creative studio, you know I'm gonna take this over the top and have some fun. I mean, why develop all these creative skills if not to use them to make fun creative things that go beyond your imagination? Now, I had a bunch of leftover plywood, so I thought, this is the way. So I got to work on cutting the general mirror frame. I was going for a semi-Victorian Gothic meets Elvish, Doctor Strange, Celestial inspired vibes. Yeah, I don't try to understand my brain, I just kind of go with it, and this was my crappy sketch. Cool. I decided that it would have an arch top, and if you like arches too, I highly recommend a woodworking compass. It's super helpful. I wanted some cool graphic elements incorporated onto the front, so I made a template using scrap 1/4 inch MDF so that I was able to mirror the design on the other side. That's funny because it's for a mirror. It definitely took some time to nail the look. I felt like it was kind of giving Cobourg vibes. Yeah, not the vibe. I did actually land on a design, cut out the middle and arch details. I used a router to soften out the edges, routed an area for the mirror to sit into. Is this a workshop or Tatooine? Then traced and cut a second piece to act as the exterior frame. The mirror was starting to take shape, but speaking of shapes, how about a circle? Which this mirror got 3 cut into the top because I plan to incorporate some celestial stained glass elements to the top. The edges were wood filled, the downside of plywood, and I got to work on adding some interesting details to the front to give it personality and lean into that kind of Victorian Gothic-esque side of this design. I primed it and painted it in the color black sapphire, and when dry, this nerdy inspired mirror was really starting to become something. We got all the stained glass elements to add, so make sure you're following to see how this mirror turns out.